So this is your neighbor. You cannot understand and do whatever you want to put 12, 15 foot to construction there. So I guess.
Look, tomorrow is Shuvasa B'Tammuz. Let's look at the Gemara. You have Kuf Yud Zayin. You have a Gemara in front of the Baba Kama 117.
Pushing you to go through that even another option. So sad. Tell me that we're gonna talk. I call the people. Tell me something. So by not telling me anything, you tell me that go and call, and it's on my responsibility now. Why do you pay to keep that?
About what page?
Of Kuf Yud Zayin 117. Baba Kama Kuf Yud Zayin. Ahu Gavra, it's in the middle of the wide line, starts Ahu Gavra. Look at my fingers, Ahu Gavra. The Gemara here is talking about a fellow who wants to go, Joseph, Bechila, has nothing to do with your case. This is Ahu Gavra, the Abbe Baya, Chvue, Ativna de Chavrei. Fellow wanted to go to the government to show the guy is hiding merchandise. He's not paying taxes, so he's not paying money. Atala Kamei the Rav, he comes to Rav. Rav was the biggest authority. Amari lo tachve velo tachve. You have no right. Now, it's not a question here of money because the government might take very serious and punish you much more than Amale Machvina B'Machvina. The guy says, I don't care, I'm going to show it. Obviously, he had a grudge against the guy, or he had. Remember, this is a rabbinic code. Rav says, this is called Moser. Yativ Rav Kahana Kamei the Rav. Rav Kahana was a student of Rav. Listen carefully. Shamtei lekue minei. He killed the guy that said, I'm going to the government because we look on him as a rodef. Why? Since the government is going to seriously punish you, very often he might die from the Kari Ravi Lavei. He told his student who killed the guy, your life is in danger because the government is going to look at you. Banayich ulfu shachvu berosh kol chutzot ketom michmar. The Jewish people are like an animal that everyone can beat around. Ma tozeh kivan shenafal b'michmar ein marachmim alav. This particular animal, if it falls into a trap, no one has mercy on him. Af mamon shel Yisrael, kivan shenafal b'yad akum ein marachmim alav. Which means, if Jewish money, in this particular case, the guy wanted to inform, falls into the hands of the government, they would not have mercy on the fellow who was hiding it to teach him a lesson. Which means he justified killing the potential Moser. But listen to this. Amar le Rav Kahana Ada Idna Abu Parsae de Lokabde Ashfichud Amin. When the Persians were ruling over the country, they would not be so strict. The Ashtaika Yevanai, the Greeks, the Kabde Ashfichud Amin, Amre Mardin. I'm afraid that if the government finds out what you did, they are going to punish you very seriously.
But the guy who did the taxes, did he already told the
oh no, good. He was on his way to the
prevented. He didn't.
Right, they prevented him. He says that they told him twice, don't do it. Don't do it. He says, I'm going. Who knows? Obviously not because he cared so much about the government. It's because probably he had a grudge and they told him, don't do it. So the young student killed it. Listen to the rest of the story now. But you're right, it didn't happen yet.
Exactly.
Basically, this is recorded in Halakha potentially. Joseph, in Jewish communities in Europe, it's known historically that some Jews, unfortunately, made money by becoming government informers. In Russia, this is very famous. That the Khatam Sofer, this is over 200 years ago, gathered, people suffered financially tremendously. So Friday afternoon, the guy was a religious guy. He went to the mikveh. They blocked people from coming into the mikveh while he was at the mikveh. 4 Italians came to the mikveh. They kept his head in the water and never came out. They died. No, based on this Gemara, it sounds. It was numerous times people gave him a warning. So listen to this.
So the basis is that the guy was a rodef.
The basis says that an informer is a rodef. But you see what he says. If you fall in the hands of the government, listen to this. So the rabbi is advising this young fellow who did whatever he did, says to him, Kum sak le'arad Israel, go, run away to Israel, no one, but listen to this. You're coming to Israel and you're going to attend the yeshiva of Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan is a very old rabbi, and you're a young, sharp man. Promise me that 7 years you're not going to ask questions. Kum bekabil alach delotag shel Rabbi Yochanan sheva shnim for 7 years.
Why?
Oh, why?
He has a
Because
student.
Rabbi Yochanan is an older rabbi. You are very young. So asking, zealous, it says, out of respect. But wait, the story. It's an amazing story. Azil went to Israel. Listen carefully now. He made a promise, he has to keep his promise. Ashkechei l'reish Lakish, deyativ v'kamesayem mitivta diyom al Rabbanan. He saw that Reish Lakish, who was a disciple of the old rabbi, is reviewing the Gemara, the topic that they are going to discuss. Amar lehu Reish Lakish and Khan. After Reish Lakish reviewed, he says to the students, where is Reish Lakish? Remember, Rabbi Yochanan is the old rabbi. Reish Lakish is reviewing. Amru le'amai, why are you looking for him? Amar lehu, I kushia, this question. He told you, I have an answer. He gives them the answer. V'hai peruka. So listen carefully now. Tomorrow, Rav Kahana is going to come to the class of the old rabbi. They are unaware that Rav Kahana made a promise not to talk. The day before, the biggest disciple of the old rabbi realized that this guy is a super genius. Every question I presented, he answered. So they listen to this. Azal Reish Lakish goes in advance. Amar le Rabbi Yochanan, Ari, alav Babel, a lion came from Babylonia. Be ready for tomorrow. He's unaware that this lion promised not to hold. Listen. Le'ayin mar b'metivta de'lemachar. Okay. Now, if Reish Lakish, who is the biggest disciple, says that this is a lion, le'machar otvua bedara kama kabed Rabbi Yochanan. They put this new Rav Kahana right in front because he is probably one of the best. Amar Shmata, Rabbi Yochanan started to teach. Although action, he keeps his promise, he's quiet. Shmata, velo akshay. Another topic doesn't. Meantime, by then, you have the right to sit in the front only if you really earn the right to be there.
Yeah.
And again and again.
So who puts him there?
Oh no.
It's the protocol, basically, right?
But the protocol based on
Participation
everything.
Success.
If Reish Lakish was the biggest disciple, says that this guy's a genius,
So
he has the right to do it. Meantime, he's not opening his mouth, so they're starting to take him back.
They want to move.
From being the front, back. Anchete achore sheva dare, ad yotvua bedar abata. Can you imagine? He was in the front,
In the back row.
all the way back, and he keeps his promise. It's quiet. Now, the old rabbi, Rabbi Yochanan, אמר לי רבי יוחנן לריש לקיש, הרי שאמרת נעשה שוער, the lion that you spoke about is a fox. I mean, he doesn't know that he keeps quiet. Okay. Amar, now the young Rav Kahana, I mean, you realize this is a public humiliation.
Yeah.
They don't realize, but they're humiliating. Amar, Yehi Rava, the Sheva Shane, the promise that I made, that not to talk 7 years, the 7 rows that they took me back, is as if 7 years passed already.
Oh.
The Sheva Dari, the Hevu Chiluf Sheva Shani. Amar li Rav. Okay, so now from the back, he gave himself a green light. He said, such a big humility, listen to this. Kama Kare, he stands up because he's all the way in the back. Amar le Nahadar Mar, Rabbi, can you please say over what you said? Nahadar Mar, Bereisha Amar Shmata V'Akshay. Anyway, everything that the rabbi said is reviewing is knocking down now because of his questions.
Yeah, 7 years didn't finish, right?
Well, what?
7 years finished?
No,
He
it's
did,
not.
that's
No,
the
but he said
example,
the
so
justified.
humiliation that I got.
He justified.
Justifies it. Wait. Amar Shmata Ve'akshay Rabbi Yochanan. Okay. Anyway, realize every question that he has now, they're moving it back. From the back,
Oh, back, move
1, 2, 3, 4, until he comes in front of the rabbi. To the point, and listen to this. Rabbi Yochanan, Abba Yativ, Sheva Bastel. The old rabbi sat on 7 pillars. Shalfer Echada Bastel Mitutei. He took 1 pillow away from the old rabbi and gave him. Amar Shmata. Actually, and remember, this is a protocol.
Yeah.
But it's an old rabbi. Here is a young man, the first day. Listen. Ade Shalfer Ekulu Bastra Kebututei, Ade Yativ Alara. To the point that Rabbi Yochanan, the old rabbi, is almost sitting on the floor. So now starts the real story. Rabbi Yochanan, Gavra Saba, Rabbi Yochanan was an old man, listen to it. His eyelashes covered his eyes. He was unable to see very clearly. He wants to see who is this genius.
Yeah.
Amar lehu, dalu li einei, please lift my eyelashes. I would like to see who is this guy. Now comes the part that you have to learn from. Dalu le bendik chalta de kaspa. They got a special silver tool. They lift up his eyelashes. Chaza, the partes fateh. The old rabbi is looking on Rav Kahana, and he saw that his lips, the problem he had a cold, are like split. The old rabbi thought that he's smiling at him. And when he smiled, so the old rabbi mistakenly thought that this fellow who basically took him off the pillows.
And he smiled.
Almost
And he
smirking.
says,
Almost like
here,
smirking.
look at me. This is what he thought. And this is a wrong judging, but this is what
This would appear to be.
חלש דעתי ונח נפשי. Young Kahana on the spot died because
He apparently disrespected the rabbi.
in the rabbi's thought,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is the
yeah,
point.
yeah.
Anyway, listen.
Joseph,
Wait, Joseph, this is
So who dies? Rav Kahana dies? Who
Yeah.
dies?
Kahana,
Yeah.
Kahana died.
Okay, him.
תקשיב טוב. Remember, Rabbi Yochanan is unaware of what's happening. Lemachar, the next day in the class. So what do? You bury the guy. The guy was buried. Lemachar אמר לו Rabbi Yochanan לרבנן. The old rabbi is asking, where is this genius from yesterday? You really made the class excited.
Yeah. Well, he didn't know he died. He didn't know he died.
He didn't know. אמרו לי, דרכי האחים. Rabbi Yochanan says to them, they told him, so but he's telling the people, did you see what he did to me yesterday? So they told him, Rabbi, you misunderstood his lips. Wait, Joseph, no, wait. Al leme'alta says to them, take me to the same, take me to his grave. Chazar, remember, this is 24 hours later, the body is in the grave. Chazar the Adra le'achni. He saw that a huge snake is blocking the entrance to the cave, to the cave where he used to bury the caves. You cannot go in. Amar lo, Rabbi Yochanan, the old rabbi, so to say, communicates with the snake. Achna, tach pumach. Remember, his tail is in his mouth and he's blocking. Tach pumach, להיכנס הרב אצל תלמיד. I am the rabbi. I want to come and ask Mechila. The rabbi did not recall it. להיכנס חבר אצל חבר. You realize? First he says that the rabbi, me, go into the student. Then he says חבר אצל חבר. We are equal. Let me go in. The rabbi. When the rabbi says, "Yikanes Talmid Etzel Harav," I'm the student, he's the rabbi, the one that died, which means I don't care who is older. Obviously, he knows better.
So, Rabbi Hanan is willing to diminish himself.
He did. You realize he did.
I'm going as a student.
Patachle. The snake, let him in. The old rabbi is standing there and he's praying. The Ukmei, Joseph, he performed Tchiyat HaMetim. The Ukmei. Listen. Amar Lei, says Rabbi Yochanan to him, Yihave Yadana, the Darkei Demarachi, had I known that this is the way you look, Lo Chalshada Ati, I wouldn't have felt bad. Remember again, he looked on him for the first time, and he thought that the young man is smiling out. I warn you. He says, I wouldn't feel bad. You are better. Your questions are very good. You put me down. Finish.
Did he curse him?
No. But the Gemara said, point of the Gemara is, this is the point, that if you cause someone pain, regardless how, it's like playing with fire.
But he didn't cause anything. He
Good.
just told me.
So, have you ever heard the expression of looks could kill? Looks could kill.
So Amar Lei,
Sometimes you get that at home, no?
but remember, this is clearly not a metaphor because we have names. We have a name. Rav Kahana, Rabbi Yochanan, this. Hashta Leiti Mar Ba'adam. Look at the greatness of the old rabbi. Please come back to the Beit Midrash. You do your job. I'm going to teach. And you do your job. Come back. I want you to do. Amar Lei, please listen good. The guy came out of the grave.
Yeah.
Amar lo, im matzit lemibai rachmi. If you can pray and promise me the two lo shachim, it's not going to happen again. What he meant is, I'm a very sharp guy, and you're giving me permission to come, I'm going to do it. And I don't know if tomorrow is going to be real or not. Remember, today it was a mistake. Okay, tomorrow Azilna, I'll come with you. Ve'i lo azilna. If you cannot give me a promise, Oil v'chalif sha'atei, chalif tailei. I'm afraid because you did it mistakenly, this is why you had the power to revive it. I'm afraid if it's going to happen again. Because remember, Rav Kahana is smart. He knows himself. And he says, if you have a serious debate, I might say something that is disrespectful. Anyway, Ukmei, Shailei, called Sfeika de Havana Yudis, this young lad from Israel, from Babel, knew any question that Rabbi Yochanan had, every safek, safek means, if you have a question, I'm not sure, should I do this or should I not do that? Every question that was unsolved to Rabbi Yochanan, the old rabbi, he solved Upashtinu ni'alei. Anyway, the Gemara concludes, every time the Gemara says, when Rabbi Yochanan says, I heard from there, this is what it is. The Gemara doesn't say that he came back, Joseph. He didn't come back to the yeshiva. Now, Rabbi Shmuel Levitz is asking Joseph's question. Okay. If I, on purpose, I humiliate someone, okay, I didn't realize how serious it is, I can hear, okay. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. The rabbi's vision was not so clear. The man had a split lips. Remember, Rabbi Shmuel Levitz learns from this Gemara, and he used to say it almost every year, that you put your hand in the fire. The fire. Did you have an intention? No. Did you burn yourself? I didn't know. So it says, you're insulting someone or causing pain to someone. It says it's playing with fire. This is exactly how he used to say. Very often he used to use the following example here. It says in the beginning of Sefer Shmuel that Chana didn't have children, Pnina had children. It says in the pasuk that Pnina was teasing. Now, what I'm saying now is I'm saying what I'm giving you a background. Don't you think Elkanah, the husband, would tell his wife or the children, please, she's my lovely wife. Where are you? She used to ask her, did you buy a new dress for your daughter? Did you buy a new? The woman doesn't have any children. The Gemara says the reason that she did it.
To prompt to pray, right?
Right, is to make her feel so bad that she would pray with a lot of kavanah.
So the intention was good.
The intention was good. Nevertheless, from the time Chana had Shmuel and she had 5 following children, every child that was born to Chana, Pnina lost a child. This is the Gemara. It came to the end. Pnina came, if she fell on the floor, she says to her, please, 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 forgive me. She had children left. She said, but the Gemara tells us that what she did, she had a good intention. Every year before Chodesh Elul, tomorrow is Shifas HaBet Tammuz. Everyone knows the Gemara. As each one of us, we live in a society that you're a great guy if you have a sharp tongue and you can say something and to make everyone laugh on his behalf. When I'm saying we live in a society that making fun of people, even if you didn't mean, even if it's a good friend of yours, even if it's, this is what this Gemara, I mean, if you really take it we are taking it serious, it's frightening, but at least
It's a secular expression that says it takes a wise man to know what to say. It takes a wiser man to know what not to say.
this Gemara is frightening. You realize it is frightening any way you look at it, whatever you say. But sometimes you're standing in a social gathering, and one of these light conversations, and people are making fun.
Yeah.
This, that. This is really what tomorrow is about. Okay, tomorrow is Shivasa B'Tammuz. We stop having weddings till after Tisha B'Av. We're not taking haircuts, fine. But the main idea is to remember this particular point. And Joseph, in today's day and age, in every shul, in every company, when people come together, we make fun. In the class, sometimes, everyone understands that we don't mean it and this, that.
Sometimes we go.
People say to Joseph, tell him, no one loves Joseph, no one respects him. Very nice. But the reality is, from time to time, Joseph, no, because from time to time it helps. From time to time it helps.
I don't get hurt, you can say it.
You see, Joseph is already said Joseph is immune. You are immune already? Because
I know that nobody means bad.
Enough. If you really are, you feel great. But very often. You see, the question, listen to an amazing, this is only great Hasidic masters. One of the great Hasidic masters, this is like 150 years ago. His name was Rabbi Yitzchak Vorke. And he did something that he had to do as a rabbi, a great rabbi. And a woman comes to his office, Joseph, and she starts to scream. Not only to scream, to humiliate, to wipe the floor with him. And he listens, he doesn't respond. Then it came to a point that he turns to his disciple. So do you think it's time to respond? And he says to him, yes. So he says, if you think it's time, hear this, let me go to the other room and wear my Shabbat clothes, because you're saying it's a mitzvah. I'm about to do a mitzvah, I have to come with Shabbat clothes. And he came back, of course, which means he was so, the woman definitely deserved it, yes. I mean, if you want to protest, say whatever you want. But the language and the tone, okay? The same one, the exact same rabbi. I mean, this was really his point. His point was, even if you have the right to do it, Joseph, the way we do it, the language we use, this, that. But this is the introduction for tomorrow. Yeah,
Think twice before you speak once.
Like I'm telling you, the problem in today, more than 50 years ago, is it's accepted socially. To make a comment, to make something funny, to make it. And again, those who are saying that Joseph said don't mean it.
Amongst young people today, it's all social media. So it spreads like wildfire. People in a group, 5, 6, right. 10, 12 young people, and they knock each other, somebody's humiliated, and then they ghost that person. The 12th person makes a comment, nobody comments, they ghost him. So the person feels left out. 11 other people are denying that person communication, and it's anxiety. Those people.
The teacher in school told me, you can read this. You can read our kids bully each other online now. It says it's and again, they're doing it because everyone around.
30% of our clients at the counseling center are under 19 years old. Wow. 30% of our clients at the counseling center at Bikodolim are under 19 years old.
And this is why, because of bullying.
Anxiety, whatever it is. They don't feel equal, they don't feel adequate. Those are not feeling that, don't have their body shaming, million other things that they're on their mind.
One of the reasons Chacham Ovadia discusses is a woman allowed to go to take a surgery, to change your looks. Normally, every surgery potentially
Risk.
is a risk. Because if you have to do it, you have to do it. So one of his main reasons to say yes is, because especially by a woman, he said, because otherwise they become
Self-esteem.
depressed, they lose self-esteem,
It didn't become a optional. Now it became necessary.
It's because emotionally, some people can't function without having that sense of they.
I read a few days ago, Rabbi Kiva Eger became the owner of genius of geniuses. He's engaged. And his father-in-law, who posted so much, and he brings him to Shabbat, and he says to all the people in the Bet Midrash, you'll see this Shabbat who my son-in-law is. Right? He brings him to Shul. Not everyone is coming up, Russians, and he's quiet. Came to a point that he came to his father-in-law and said, the guy is such a genius. He comes to him and he says to him, listen to this. There was another friend, Moon, in the crowd. If I would say what I have to say, put him down. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Because when he would not be here, let me wait a few days. But if you read the biography of all the real great people, Mrs. Zalman Meltzer was the father-in-law of
Rav Aaron.
Rabbi Kotler, the old Rabbi Kotler. He was the Rosh Yeshiva in Yeshivat Eitz Chaim in Jerusalem. He used to give a class twice a week. Once, here, in the middle of the class, a young man says to him, one of the students, says, Rabbi, Sfat Emet, one of the great commentators, disagrees with you. Yes. So he looks at the guy and he says, if you say the Sfat Emet says so, maybe I should stop, but I prepared something, I'm going to continue. After the class, new students came to him, he looked in the book, he doesn't say anything. He says, of course I know, he doesn't say anything. So why didn't you? It's good. In the middle of the class, I saw a man, an older man, comes into our class. He never came. And this young man was saying what he says, I understood that someone is suggesting the daughter of the man to this boy, to this man.
Yeah.
And he came to check if he knows how to learn or not. So the reason he said it, so I figured, this is what made these people. But Bennett, if you read, there are hundreds of
Loads of stories like that.
but this is the point. We have to remember, tomorrow it's difficult tomorrow. We have to drink a lot, but we cannot find being air conditioned. But the real lesson is this Gemara. Here it is. Rabbi Yochanan looks at him. He looks to him like he's laughing at him. He died. Okay, this is scary, but the point is a very important.
So you can drink a lot.
So I'm saying they drink tomorrow before no. I'm saying
Before the fast.
tomorrow morning I get this morning I got it. This morning, Joseph. See, Joseph is already. Tomorrow morning, get up. When can you read?
4 a.m. A few minutes till 4 a.m. It's hard to get up.
Remember, the idea really is Joseph is to drink.
Drink sufficient amount of water.
Okay, stay in air conditioning. Remember, this is the easy part. Lose a tenth of a pound. But the idea is to remember that this is what 3 weeks that we are going into. And especially right now, tomorrow we are going to bring many, many more small or big stories. And when you look at it, if you do a very meaningful chesed to someone, again, to do it with money is not so difficult if you have the money. But sometimes if someone is really out to get you, You were quiet. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow. Even today it's already up late. I left the house very early. It was already 76, 77, which is
It was cool this morning. Huh?
wind. Like there was a wind, but I could feel it.
It won't go below 80 at night the next few days.
I mean, the media is trying really to fight us.